One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Cavaliers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida State's offense will get the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. A strike downfield. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag.
Oh, it's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too, nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Bringing the heat. At the 45 on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it left. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. How about that heads-up play? You're coming out of the backfield, and all of a sudden the ball's in your breadbasket.
Yeah, how about that? Just seeing the ball tipped up, deflected in the air. The running back's like, all right, I'll take it. I'll make the catch. That goes down in the stat book as a catch.
And the Cavaliers line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Grab behind the line. It's White. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Finds his man. It's White. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Florida State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Looking for a man. It's Morris. Finds the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The play-action fake. Nothing downfield. He'll check it to the back. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
And the Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Back to throw, it's Morris. Quick strike complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Cavaliers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That quarterback put the space in the fan. I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Release to the back. The short hands, it's Williams. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the 1st down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
got a man. It's White. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up second down.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting them forth.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking for a deep man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They dial up on second and a long way to go. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Setting up the screen. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
And the Noles will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to pass, it's Morris. Pressure coming, looking for a big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off play action on first down. Oh, they're after him. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better, and you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Trying play action. He'll pull it down. And the ball slipped out. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. That's reeled in, it's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on 4th down from the 17. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end, and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
He'll sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. Touchdown Seminoles! A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Finding an escape route. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
And the Cavaliers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the air, it's Morris. Here's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Brings up 2nd down.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And down he goes, trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Williams. And he is run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air. It's Castellanos. They go to the wide receiver screen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
stop him just a bit
He's
short.
tackled at the 40.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's White. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ross. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get just a few breaths away from the first down.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
That's caught. It's Harris. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Courtney. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Complete in the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Number 41 on the field goal.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center in Scott Stadium.
The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Punt is on its way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The give is to Williams.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Castellanos. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll take it on the return. And now the ball is knocked free. Touchdown, Florida State! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is exactly how you draw it up, right? Hey, we're going to get this guy the ball. He's going to fumble it, but we know our own guy's going to scoop it and score and completely fool the defense. Man, that'll never happen again in a million more plays, but that's one the offense is gladly going to take.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Ross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
To the air, it's Morris. Finding open areas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Cavaliers have this offense rolling. They'll try the run. Find some fresh air. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grabbed over the middle. It's Courtney. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Give to Brown. Across the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Cavaliers will try to punch it in on first and goal. To throw, it's Morris. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Virginia. Fit it in the window for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17.
That makes the score Florida State 31.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Kick it away.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Leaves it with the back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. He's turning in the type of performance that will etch him alongside the Seminole legends.
He has been on fire. You got to find some way to slow this guy down because right now he's getting what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and this Florida State offense is really rolling.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Pittman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Power football with the run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Get him to the ground. Try to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
How How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. The ball's free. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Oh, man, and for the defense, you're just like, dang it, if that would have just stayed in bound for a second longer, we could have got the ball, maybe made some momentum, something happened, but the offense definitely dodged a bullet on that one.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Sets up the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The give is to Williams. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback. And he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Off the play fake on first down. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. And the Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Morris. Fires to the wideout. That's caught, it's Harris. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew he was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the single back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day, dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Motion from the wideout. He'll pull it on the read. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Morris. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a man. It's Morris. Working that left side. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Courtney. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And the Cavaliers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Going to look downfield again. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Got it looking for a first. Still running at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They boot it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Cavaliers in a good spot here with second and short. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now and flashing that on the option play? There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Runs through a tackle. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
And the Cavaliers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Cavaliers will have it first and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back, and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's second and 13 now. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Touchdown, Virginia. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? The give to the tailback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
And the Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Florida State, 52. Virginia, 31.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Morris. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Courtney. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Brown. They'll immediately call timeout. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.